This pair of block heels is among the latest types of footwear that Belizean leather shoes factory Umbraland Adventure Gear in Georgeville has come up with since its signature boots were made available for sale back in 2021. Co-owner of Umbraland, Nancy Marion, told News 5 that she decided to add a woman's line to offer something that can be worn with comfort in the office or out in the field, while adding inches to the height.
Being a woman in business and being the feminist that I am, I felt that we're leaving out the woman. But when I look at shoes, I spent years wearing high heel shoes, Marion, and they're very uncomfortable. And so I wanted to create something that I can work with the whole day. As you can see, I walk on the rough road and it was fine. Thicker heels, sturdier, real leather, that can last me but also looks nice, so I can go into a meeting, a cocktail or whatever. It's a very versatile design and very, very sturdy, very comfortable as well. It's soft inside. I can be all day on it and my feet don't hurt. So that was the idea, to create something for a woman like me, a woman that is active, that doesn't like too dainty, but, you know, likes to look good still.
The design is one that Marion came up with herself, and her shoemaker tweaked it until they got what they wanted.
The shoemaker that we have, one of them is from Honduras, and he started in the trade as a designer. So he actually is a designer, and he became a shoemaker afterwards. So we've been getting along really good, and he's been very, very good at capturing my ideas. So although I'm not very good at designing, I scribble something and I tell him what I want, and he really, really does a good job in capturing it.
We were scared and wary to enter the female market because it's so varied and big.
Yes.
And of course, it took the courage and the vision of Nancy Marion to usher it in. And I think that she's doing is bringing in a whole new element that we didn't want to venture in, but it took that vision and that courage. And without that, we are stuck to trying to stay limited to the boots.
There was also input from some women on the design after Marion went online with her idea. And for the women who are not into heels or prefer a more casual look, you'll be happy to learn that there's also new leather sandals and handbags that have just come online on the scene.
We also created sandals, low. It's kind of what we could compare to Ativas, and I'll show you that in the showroom. And also a handbag. Okay. We have that to show you as well. That is as well, just like the shoes, for the active, outgoing, adventurous type woman. The bags that we're taking out right now, we tested both leather and suede, and I'm in love with the suede. So we're keeping that suede bag.
Before now, Umbraland had been doing just boots, including work boots and boots for agricultural purposes and military boots, with the hope that one day they could be contracted to supply their handmade leather boots to the Belize Defense Force and or the Belize Police Department. And now, Marion says there's also been some good news towards that end, from none other than a minister who is responsible for not only the police, but for also the new growth industries, Karim Musa. She and her husband, Jaime, feel it has to do with the quality of their products.
Minister Musa is very, very interested in getting that order done. I think we had to wait for the budget to pass for him to have it, but he is the only minister so far that is very interested. He approved the design. They loved it. I think Compol also saw it and approved it. And so we will be providing, initially, I think he told me 500 boots is what they're looking at. When those boots get produced internationally or in colder countries, the gluing element in the tropics, it doesn't hold. It's going to melt off, and that's why the bottom of your shoes comes off. Oh. Now, we got in a technician from an Italian company that came in to establish our gluing, and these are scientists that work with these things. These are technicians. They came in last year, and we did meet with the PM when these people came in. They established a gluing for us that is ideal for the Belize weather. So it's not going to come apart. And I think that is one thing that Minister Musa looked at, because he got a boots for himself. He didn't. What I love about Minister Musa is that he didn't depend on anybody else to give him a report. He tried it himself. The commander of the Coast Guard also tried the boots themselves, and they gave really good feedback.
With that stamp of approval, Nancy Marion is hoping that her budding shoe and handbag factory can become a full-fledged business, supplying more individuals, government ministries, and corporate companies than they currently are. Marion says they can meet the demands.
We can meet the demands. We're going slow right now because we don't have the ardor, and it's hard to keep a large staff if we don't have these contracts. We have two shoemakers. One is a Honduranian, one is a Mexican. They are willing to train, and as part of the job description that we gave them is that if we bring in any young person that wants to work with us, they have to train him. They agree, they're encouraged to do it. We're doing it. We're doing it very hands-on, very old school. But I think the quality is a lot better. Like when you buy a shoes, even with the female shoes, the insoles, right now the factories are doing it with cardboard. And so when that gets wet, it comes apart. But we are not doing that. We're using raw hide for the inside.
All the boots are made of leather material sourced locally from treated cowhide, while women's shoes and handbags are made of treated sheep hide, which is a softer type of leather. With this new line out, the Marions are hoping to attend Fashion Week next year. Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.